Yo, what up? What's happening? You already know what's going. It's your big dog, Fatty. Outside looking inside, surviving prison. Yup. You already knowing. You know the score. It's a blowout, baby. Hey, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. And ding that notification bell. In any order you want to do it. Ding the bell. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like. Or subscribe, ding the bell, and like, however you want to do it. Let's just get it done. Stick around. Make sure you stay to the end of the video because I'm definitely gonna be dropping jewels. I'm back in the inbox, snatching something out. So I got fire content again. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep popping out and dropping them for you. So you definitely gotta hit that notification bell so you can be notified each and every time something drop. If you have a loved one that's incarcerated and you want to get their story out, drop it on me. I definitely will put it on here. Um, yeah, straight like that. If you got a story you want to get out, drop it on me. Don't hesitate. Drop it on me. If you got a comment, if you got a question, shoot them through. You feel me? We out here. Hey, I salute everybody who been watching, who been supporting. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. That's going to help it grow. That's going to get the word out. You feel me? So I need you to do that. So yeah, this story I got today is from a guy named Dante. Say he did 12 years upstate. So yeah, without further ado, let's hop into Dante. Yo, my name's Dante, and I did 12 years in the max unit upstate. People always ask me, what was it like dealing with the guards every day? And I tell them, it ain't just one answer. Some of them were cool, some were devils with badges, and most, they just clocked in and clocked out. The first CO I ever dealt with was Officer Connors, heavy set white dude with a buzz cut and breath that smelled like Copenhagen and coffee. He called us animals on day one. Told us, my job ain't to babysit, it's to control. That man used to turn a blind eye to beat downs, encourage snitches, and toss your cell just because his wife pissed him off. So toss your cell, that's going in there and just tearing your stuff up and throwing stuff away, whatever. We call it shakedown up here. Okay, back to the story. But I'd be lying if I say they were all like him. Officer Sosa, Puerto Rican brother from the Bronx, he treated us like human beings. Didn't play favorites, but he listened. When I was dealing with depression after my mom's passed, he slid me a piece of paper with the number for mental health. Okay, that was cool. That small act meant more than he'll ever know. See, a real one knows the uniform don't make you God, but the bad ones, they treat the job like a power trip, planting contraband, running their own hustles, or disrespecting you just to see if they can break you. I remember Officer Brunner, ex-military, tall, never smiled. Rumor was he got off on writing guys up for breathing wrong. One day, a young cat named TJ mouthed off. Nothing crazy, just frustration. Brunner dragged him to the SHU, said he resisted, and broke TJ's wrist on the wall. Man, the block was tense for weeks after that. Inmates ain't dumb. We know who's real and who's a coward hiding behind the badge. The ones who did their job fair, they got your respect. But the ones who abused that little power, they left the prison worse than some of the inmates they judged. To anyone out there thinking about becoming a CO, ask yourself, are you trying to help people do their time or make their time harder for no reason? Dante, inmate number 72102, still standing. Hey, no, I feel you, Dante. You know what I'm saying? You broke that down. You broke that down like lightweight perfectly, because it is some a lot of COs that come in there, and I think I said this on one of my previous episodes about they become that uniform, they become that badge, and that they like give them power. They give them power, but it's several. It was a several COs that I came across that was real genuine people and good people. Um, and then there was some that just didn't care about nothing. They just really just came in to get their money and go home. But for the most part, like what was his name? I forgot who you said. Let me see. That officer Brunner. Oh my goodness, it was so many officers like that when I was in Mansfield Correctional Institution, and like everywhere I was, it's multiple of them. So it was this one dude, I think his name was Plaster, and he was just like a all out butthole, all out butthole. Every time you seen him, he made you know that he was racist. I felt like he was racist. Everybody felt like he was racist. But I'm speaking for myself. I felt like he was a racist bastard, and he made it be known every single solitary time. And if they put him in a cell block and had him working in a cell block, he always got into it with somebody, always ended up fighting somebody and doing something and jumping on somebody or something, to the point to where he wasn't allowed to work in a block. He wasn't allowed to work in the cell block. So they started having him work in the child hall. And I think that kind of like made it worse, because in the cell block, he was kind of contained to them 200 at the most inmates that's on that pod. But in the child hall, everybody that's coming through the child hall got to get a bite of plaster. So man, he was doing the most. He was jumping on people. He was like trying to break your arm, cuff you, mace you, and then in the end though, like the crazy part about it, he was the worst CO. But then he got knocked bringing drugs into the institution for an inmate, for a black inmate too, for a black inmate. And this inmate was around me every single solitary day. Dude was from Akron. He was like a scam. I ain't gonna say his name. He's still locked up though. And but yeah, dude was around me every single solitary day, and he kept that on the hush. He kept it on the hush. I was shocked when they got knocked and found out that Plaster was the one bringing him drugs in. And it's like, man, what? I couldn't believe it. But Plaster was definitely a butthole. He was one of them ones. And it's a whole bunch of them. It's ones that, like he said, they be at home and they get into it with their significant others, and they can't wait to come to work the next day so they can inflict that punishment on other inmates. It's crazy. It's crazy as hell. But then, too, you know what I'm saying? I gotta highlight that it is COs that come in there, and they very decent people, and they want to help, and they try to help inmates. But then, too, you can't forget you got butthole inmates that do stuff that make a good CO have to do something on the outside looking in. It look like it's crazy. But for real, these butthole. Okay, so like, I'm gonna say this. They used to bring us movies in. They'll bring us movies in. All of the latest movies, all of the newest movies, they still be in the theaters. And they'll bring them in for us so we can watch them, the action movies, sometimes fights, boxing events, UFC, because we had some cool COs. But the little pedophiles that was on the pod, they'll start sending kites in up front to the captain's office and telling that they bringing this stuff in. So what they start doing, they stop bringing it in and they start bringing in cartoons and, you know what I'm saying, doing stuff like that. Or they're saying, or if the CEO's sitting at the desk and they not doing no rounds, they just letting us do what we do back there, as long as ain't nobody getting hurt or killed or nothing. They letting us, if you smoking or if you gambling or if you just whatever you doing back there, as long as you ain't making them have to do no extra paperwork and ain't nobody getting hurt, they ain't caring. And inmates be write them up and telling on them. So now up front coming down on them and making them have to come back there and shake us down and rough us up and take our stuff and tear our stuff up. So it be inmates too who be causing some of the stuff to themselves. But yeah, you hit the nail on the head, man, and you definitely sparked something in me and got me remembering some stuff, man. So salute to you, Dante, man. You already know, man. Appreciate you sending this in. If anybody else got something else they want to send it in. I'm gonna get it on here. You feel me? But yeah, good looking out, Dante. Man, you keep your head up. I see you say you still standing in your inmate number, so you must still be in or something. But whatever, man. Hold your head. If you still in, hold your head. If you out, don't go back. That's the mission. That's why we getting this information out here. I ain't putting this information out here glorifying nothing. I just want everybody to know everything that's going on in there. And then how I am, I remembering everything that you said and just keep making these videos like this. But when help me out. You feel me? If you got some questions, shoot a question in. If you've been incarcerated or you had an experience with somebody that's incarcerated, however it may go, shoot me your story. I'm gonna read it, and then when I read it, it's like, damn, you might trigger something in me, and I can get to popping it. You feel me? But we gonna pop it together. This our channel, this YouTube, us tube. You heard me? Outside looking inside, surviving prison. It's your big dog, man. Thanks for watching this to the end. Hey, I salute you. I'm going to holler at you in a minute.